Hi, this week's quest takes us into the caverns of perception. Have you ever taken a tour of a cavern before? Like the Salt Caverns in Virginia or Spain, for example. I did a few times. In caverns, there is no natural light. Can you imagine being in total darkness? Wow. Light has to be introduced in a cavern to help us see and enjoy the mystery and the beauty of the caves. And just like in the caves, light helps us in our perceptions, our ability to see correctly. As you know, you can't have a quest without a question. And the question is, how do you perceive God working when everything in you says, I don't think so? And we cry out, where are you, God? So, are you ready to quest? For me, this just means I got caught up in a butt dance, and it turns out it was the only thing I could do is to call out and scream. Then there was a time when I was more in love with the idea of God than I was with the reality of who God says He is for me. Would you agree with that? God is the one who says, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you an expectation of the future. He also says that He will never leave you nor forsake you. Again, the question is, what does that even look like? So, let's do a quick drive-by of Joshua. If it's been a while since you've read Joshua, take the time and camp out there for a while. Well, here's a real good short overview. After the death of Moses, God is having a little chat with his friend Joshua. And God said, Joe, I'm going to give you a boatload of promises. No man shall be able to stand against you. As I was with Moses, I will be with you. Oh, by the way, I will never leave you or forsake you. Wow. There was only one thing Joshua had to do, and that was be strong and courageous. Wow. With promises like these, would you be strong and of good carriage? Questers, this is our quest. The book of Joshua is a foreshadowing of what we have in Jesus. The battle that Joshua fought was just as spiritual, but in the form of flesh and blood. Our battle, on the other hand, is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers of this dark age, against spiritual wickedness in the heavenly places. Oh my gosh. I love the Passion Translation on this, where it describes the spiritual wickedness in the heavenly places as a powerful class of demon gods and evil spirits that hold this dark world in bondage. Oh my gosh. No wonder the whole world is lost in dumb herd. Moving and doing without a clue until you get kicked in the chest and you wonder what the heck happened. Your heart and your head can't seem to agree on exactly what happened, let alone the degree of the awesomeness that took place. Wow. Unbeknown to you, the enemy comes along like a vulture, swoops in and takes you into a butt dance, and without you even knowing, stole the seed of promise right out from under you. You know, God so loved the world that he presents himself. Sometimes it manifests like a kick in the chest. We may not understand what happened, but the devil did. Let's look at John chapter 10, the very first part of the verse. And it says, the thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. Wow. What thief? The devil, the enemy, Mr. Poopy Pants. He only shows up to steal. In the Greek, the word is klepto. Can you guess what that means? If your answer was the sneaky thieves, you are correct. If you and I are so busy being in a whirlwind of butts in our perception, we can't see the promises of our Heavenly Father, our awesome Daddy, which means we no longer have strength. We have no courage. We don't know or can't even find our armor. Our perception has now been darkened. So we sob with a heavy heart. Ooh-hoo, ooh-hoo, where are you, God? We have bought into the idea of the false evidences that are appearing to us as real. But I am a failure. But I am unworthy. But you fill in the blank. The only but that counts is but God. But God, who is faithful to his promise to never leave you or forsake you. He cuts in on your butt dance and waltzes you right out of there. Let's look at Psalm 40, verse 2. He stooped down to lift me out of danger from the desolate pit I was in, out of the muddy mess I had fallen into. People, that's dumb hurt. He lifted me into a firm, secure place and steadied me while I walked along his ascending path. Oh my gosh, he lifted me. I almost want to break out in song. He lifted me. He lifted me. And he lifted you up into a firm, secure place. That place is in him and steadies us as we walk along his ascending path. The question is, where are we going? Let's go back to John chapter 10 and read the last part of that verse. And it reads, I have come. This is Jesus speaking. I have come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. In that abundance, we can be like Joshua, strong and courageous. Like the prophet Elijah, who came to the Jordan River and took the mantle that fell from Elijah and struck the water and proclaimed, where is the God of Elijah? And the river parted and Joshua walked across. How great is that? How awesome. And we will no longer cry and sob, "Where are you, God?" But as Elijah boldly proclaimed, we will boldly proclaim with the promises God has given us. Where is the God who promised? And strike that situation and watch them crumble. For no weapon formed shall defeat us. For you, O Lord, are my shield. So where is our God? Right where he promised he would be. Right there beside us, in us, filling us with his presence. His wraparound presence. What a God. What a daddy. What a quest. Wow. That's my heart. God bless you.